As you can see, I do have a special guest today. His name is Deshaun. Hello, Deshaun.
Hello, hey, what's going on, Joanne? How you
So he is actually a founder of Peace of Mind Essentials Skincare, and he's going to be joining us. He's going to be telling us about everything that he has going on and his experience of dealing with a narcissist. So, Deshaun, how have you been? Long time no see.
I know for a very long time. I'm grateful that we have kept in contact for so long.
Yeah.
Just a brief hello, to see how we both are. It's always important to stay connected to people that are positive in your life for sure. Because I try to be that in everyone's life. Even though I'm not perfect, I hold accountability for my actions to make peace with situations, even though sometimes the individual may not want that. But however, I thankful that I have met you because it has opened my world up to what narcissistic abuse was. I did hear of it from a cousin of mine, and she would say narcissistic abuse and that or that person's not, but I never really knew in detail till I started watching videos. And I happened to just come across your videos on YouTube. Started seeing YouTube stuff, and I just started getting deeply rooted into the videos, and I started listening to more and hearing these stories about people that were dealing with that. And then I had people tell me that yeah, we all do have narcissistic traits. We all do, you know, but it's a difference, when it's becomes abusive, when someone can't apologize, someone can't hold accountability, someone can't say sorry for doing you wrong or doing you dirty. That's something mentally wrong with someone that thinks it's okay to just kind of walk away from you and you did nothing to them, but open your door and open your home to them. And I think that's something that I believe it's taught behavior from something that stems from before I even met them,
Yeah.
before I even met any of the people that have come into my life. It came from generations of a curse that was placed on them, and they don't see it because they're kind of blinded by it. They're
Yeah.
blinded, really blinded. It's a sickness,
Yes.
a deeply rooted sickness that some people are so sick, and then I started learning about how social media plays a big platform for narcissistic abusers. They
Yeah.
use as a big platform for people to see who they are, you know,
Yes.
and to get the attention that they are seeking to find the next big fix. And then and they're hurting the next individual. I don't go around in life just hurting people for no reason. There is no reason for me to. It really isn't.
Yeah.
Say sorry. I'll apologize. Actually, I've been saying apologize to the people that did things to me, and I've never did nothing to them since I was about 15 years old.
Mm.
Saying sorry, and I learned that through church because, in the Christian world, we're taught if we had aught against our brother to go to my brother and apologize. So I was
Mhm.
taught that from Christianity, how to be apologetic, how to say, try to make amends with your brother so that way we can kind of worship as one, as a unit, because they said we're two or three in the midst, we are stronger. Like that we as a unit, we're always stronger as a unit. We're never stronger divided. We're stronger together. But what happens with narcissists is that they need, they hungry. They're
Yeah.
hungry. They're hungry
Absolutely.
for that attention. They're hungry for that crave. They're hungry for that next opportunity. I don't need an opportunity. I've worked for myself. I have gotten everything I've gotten by the grace of God, by
Yeah.
putting in work. Yes, I've had help along the way. And those who have helped me along the way, they know how much I appreciate them because I show them that. And I tell them that verbally how much I appreciate them because I wouldn't have been able to do it by myself. Even with Peace of Mind Essentials, I had a friend of mine. She pushed me to actually start this company. She
Right.
pushed me. She helped me come up with the name. She's helped me be. She's been so supportive. Irene, hopefully you get to see this video one day.
Mhm.
So I do love you. Just so I can shout you out real quick because Peace of Mind and Ebony, another person. That's sorry. Thank you. So, but other than that, I want to be on this platform today to be helpful to someone that is dealing with it. Because once you are sucked in that vampire's web, it is a painful and very mind-blowing cycle to come out of.
Yes,
It's
I agree.
so hard because it's like a drug. You know, it's like a drug. That person hooks you in like a drug because they're very what's this word? Charismatic.
Charismatic, yeah.
They're
Mhm.
very charming.
Yes.
They get to show everybody the world of who they are. And that's not really who you are. You're pretending. You know, because deeply inside, you know you have dogged somebody, but they will never hold accountability for it ever. They'll
Yeah.
put the blame on everybody else but themselves. But then they'll be like, oh well, I've had an end of the very first one that was abusive to me was Muslim. No, actually, it was way before then, but it took them years, I guess, to come back, and they did apologize. So
Okay.
I can't too much count that, but what they did to me was they juggled me.
Mm.
They realized where the trait came from and where that hunger came from, because one of my parents to this day doesn't realize how narcissistic they are, you know, and how I have to argue with them just to get my point across to see that they're wrong. And then they'll come back and say, well, you know, you my rock. Never an apology.
Right.
And then because you know you always I shouldn't have to be checking any grown individual to be accountable for anything. I should be able to live in peace, be happy, so you could be happy, so we
Mm.
can talk, so we can kind of go, okay, I'm sorry, you know, how can we fix this? How can we, even if we don't be together in a relationship sense, it's still always easy to make peace.
Yeah.
I You shouldn't have to walk past me with your head down. You know,
Yeah.
because that's a guilt trait. You know,
Yes, it is.
they will be guilty as ever and still not come up to you or make up that phone call to say, or a text message, you know what? I apologize. I was in whatever space I was in. That's what you call an adult. Once you pass 30, you are an adult.
Yeah.
You should be able to make conscious, rash, accountable decisions when it comes to human beings in their lives at the end of
Yes.
the day. But is
Right.
there any questions you want to ask me? Because I could go.
Oh yes, definitely. I was just about to ask you, but before I do, I did want to let everybody know that I actually did pick up Deshaun's skincare. I believe I have the Breath of Fresh, which is amazing on my skin. It definitely helps it to feel nice and soft and moisturized. And I actually only paid for one, but he actually gave me another bonus one, the Legit, and it smells amazing and it feels great on my skin. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yes, you
So
guys can on
yeah.
www.peaceofmindessentials.net. It has all the ingredient and all 8 infusions. Great for dry skin. A few friends that I know have eczema have used my product and said it was heaven sent.
Yes.
And actually, I have a one product called Scent of Heaven as well. That was my very first. But however, guys, check it out. You know, follow Joy or inbox her. She'll give you
Yes.
to my Instagram or my Facebook. You can FaceTime me. I mean, you can message me whatever you want to know, whatever you need. I
Yes.
promise you, I got you.
Yes, indeed. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. And I'll leave the link below for that for your skincare. But I did want to ask you though, Deshaun, if you just want to tell the audience just a little bit more about yourself. I know you kind of said a lot, but you know, like what you like to do in your personal life and that kind of stuff, a little
Okay,
bit of your
well,
background.
I a very simple young man. I will be 44 in July.
Wow. Okay.
For the city of New York for over 23 years. I'm a family guy. I prefer being around my family than a bunch of strangers any day. I do have great friends. We don't talk every day, but when I do get a chance to speak to them, we always have great conversations. Sometimes people may peg me as being shy, quiet, or reserved. No, I'm just pretty much attentive. I need to know who you are first to feel comfortable to kind of open up that because I'm a Cancer on a
Right.
cusp.
Right.
So being a
Mhm.
Cancer and I do not open up automatically. I kind of let it flow.
Yeah, let it flow.
Uh, Especially through my experiences of with people, and they
Right.
show me who they are, and I'm like, oh wow, I never thinking that these individuals would do that. But about myself,
Yes.
I, I would, like I said, in the beginning, I will give you the the shirt off my back. You'll never go hungry. I'll have if I have $5, I'll give you 250 of it, just to know
Oh.
that you are. And I've been like that since young. I've always been driven. I've always been ambitious. I'm into fitness. I'm an ex fat boy. People,
Really?
yeah, people wouldn't know that now. They look at me like, stop playing.
I
No,
couldn't imagine that at all. I'm like, what?
no.
That?
I was 245 pounds from the end of junior high school to the end of high school, which are the crucial years. But
Wow.
me insecure. It's actually once I got to the exercising state of my life and knew what I can accomplish, it has built my confidence. And then as I got older, I had to realize what self love was as well, because you can have confidence, but also not know what self love is,
Right.
But sometimes we don't know. But I now am taking charge of my life full
Great.
for I have responsibilities in my life that are dependent on me, a kid,
Yeah.
nephews, god kids, nieces. I didn't realize how much some of my family members watched me until my aunts would say, my son, when you stayed with me when you were younger, he watched how you would get up and go to work every day, and you would just go and be on the grind and every day, and now one of my youngest cousins has a home. He
Mm.
has a wife, 2 kids, and then there's a bunch of other people that I may not know of that may not have said it, but I have a lot of people, even some adults, they always saw me like, I always see you running. You always running. Um,
Yeah.
I'm well traveled by the grace of God. I've been able to be in places that if it wasn't for some ministries, I wouldn't have not been there. Because I've sang for a few church
Okay.
ministries. I did
Cool.
with them, and I'm grateful to them as well because they have opened my eyes to what traveling the world was, and also because they also helped me to stay rooted in spirituality, so that way I know how to always come back to that same root to give me strength, other than giving the inner strength within myself. There's always a higher power that gives you that strength in life.
Right.
um Grateful for that strength because it helps me, and people go, God, you're a strong individual. No one knows half the things I've been through, not even my mama. And
Mm.
I
Wow.
love I love my mom. I love my dad. I love my stepdad and everything. But that's who I am. So you guys get to know a little bit of me. I could go on, but I know that to actually be helpful to a multitude of people out there that are still struggling with that abuse. And
Yes.
I, those few years ago, a little bit inside, I could feel a tear come out sometimes because I remember that pain. I
Right.
remember, and the individual didn't realize how much pain that brought me. It brought me so much pain that I actually passed out in the street
Oh my
from,
God.
and no one knew that. And then they said their response was, "I knew this was going to happen." They were mad that it happened, but not even making sure I was okay to check to see if I was okay.
Right.
They back to work. No, you're okay. Okay, no, I'm gonna check on you when you get home. I'll make sure nothing was about me at all, and I had a whole scarred face
Mm.
with pictures to and never came back to say later on tried to once again deflect their energy, not give me the space to talk what I felt. Nothing was about me. It was all about what they felt, and nothing about how they made me feel as a human being. And as somebody where I was supposed to be hopefully sharing my life with, because my life is meant to be shared. I don't want the attention. I want to be off the platform, off the radar, building the brand, living comfortably, and
Right.
travel the world. That's what we're supposed to do. But um, I miss the day. I honestly, because I'm a man of a certain age, I miss the days of no social media.
I feel you on that.
So
Yeah.
I'm like YouTube, great. Certain platforms, very great. But when it started becoming, people started becoming more Facebook savvy and all these different platforms, they started becoming less of human beings and more robotic. You know, they forgot about that human side. It's to the point where I have to take the phone from my kid and go, no, no, give me that phone. Mm-mm. We
Yeah.
need to have playtime. We got to
Yeah.
go out. We got to go to the park, or we got to do some games in the house. We got to watch a movie. You know, everyone is,
Yeah, always
and
on their phone looking down, like when
they
they walking and stuff, and
they
those eye
quick
contact.
question. It's a scroll every few minutes.
Yeah.
What I have learned about narcissists, and I've learned about it like in a when it comes to like people that want that celebrity status, or they want that Instagram or Facebook celebrityism, I call it. They'll post a picture and say things in the comments, or they'll do little things that they know gets the attention of the masses, and think that no one pays attention to that. But it's reality, it's the real deal, and no one understands that. And then they just abuse, and leave everyone behind scarred or broken. But thank God for my faith.
Yes, yes. That's touching me. I feel that.
Thank God for my
Thank
faith,
God. Yeah.
and thank God for the people that I surround myself with, because I could have went into a depressive state. Almost felt it a few times, but then you were helpful to my journey. I did go seek therapy. I had a few therapy sessions with a therapist, because it's okay to go
It's
see a,
okay.
really okay. It's nothing actually wrong with it. It's actually healthy for you to get your feelings out and not bottle it in, and deal with your childhood trauma, because most narcissistic people are kids that dealt with trauma from their childhood. That I did learn. I learned that from your channel, and then I started reading deeper. And I was like, I recall my mama kissing me and hugging me and loving me and telling me. And if I did something wrong, we sat down and she would say, "What's wrong?" Okay, so come on, we're gonna sit here and talk about it. She didn't beat me, she didn't hit us, she didn't punish us. She may have taken a few things away from what that parents do, but nothing to be abusive. It was like, okay, so we're gonna see what the problem is. Tell me what's wrong. So I learned to be that as a parent as well. And I go, no, we could talk about it. I need to know why, because every child needs to be able to express themselves. They should never be shut down or coddled or enabled.
Right.
And I've learned that narcissistic adults were enabled children. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
You know,
That is 100% correct.
They are enabled children that their mamas didn't give them no room to breathe. Their mamas complained about everything. Their mamas were abused by men. Their mamas were abused by, whether it was a man or a woman or spouses or even other parents. They were abused, and they watched that, and then they adapted to it. And it's so sad, because you have a bunch of people that have inner beautiful souls, but I'm not here to save anyone. I'm here to
Exactly.
save myself, but I'm here to be there for those who are willing for me to be there for them, to actually give them the tools that's necessary for them to actually grow.
Right.
You get people that don't want to grow, they want to stay stagnant. I don't want to stay stagnant for anything, and I fight daily to be better and try to help the next man in the little time that I have with the day, because it's not enough time in the day.
Hey, I'm telling you.
It's 2 hours. It's like, when am I supposed to sleep? Somebody called me. Can you do this? Sure. I'm like the octopus here, and point where sometimes I have to say no, and I've learned that word, and people get mad, and I say you can't get mad because I will stop to do what I do, but I sometimes I gotta have a me time too, and you have to be respectful of that. Like I have a sibling of mine, I'm trying to teach her that. Be respectful when I say no, because I can't do everything every day. And sometimes you need to learn how to say no too. You can't run yourself thin. You have to take
It's
a
true.
moment of breathing. If you can't do it, trust me. If you said no to me, I'm gonna understand because I run around daily every day too. I
Right.
don't get mad about if you can't do it at the moment. When you get a chance, sure, if it's convenient and if it's not needed at that moment. But if I can't do it at that moment, you have to be respectful and understand that. That's it. And any other questions you want to ask that you want to
Oh
know?
yeah. Wow, no, you said so much. I'm just like everything is just on point. You
I,
gotta say no to
I,
people
I,
sometimes.
I pay attention. And that's what narcissistic people are afraid of, people that pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, I'm like the quiet one. But when I finally open up and I say, don't think I didn't see what you was doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I see you. Now I got to really pay attention to you. And as soon as you say those words, they go ghost. You go,
Yep.
paying attention. You don't think I'm paying attention to what you just did? Why would you do that? That's not fair to me. You know, and then the funny thing is that sometimes because my I'm so quiet when I get fueled to get a little angry, which I've learned to control within the last few years, because he who angers you controls you. So
Yes. Yes.
I will
That's so
never,
true. Yes.
ever anyone to ever anger me again. I go, okay, my new words are okay, sure, okay, okay, have a good day. That's it. Have a good day. I've learned to censor myself. And for those who need that, please take the time. If you have to find some type of meditation, find something that gives you peace. Because it's not at the end of the day, when you are born, you're born alone. And when you leave this earth, you leave alone.
It's true.
And all you have is you first. You have to put yourself first in order to get the love you deserve. And that is the honest truth. Sometimes it may not come when you want it, but it will come eventually once you do the work to loving you completely. And one thing I can say within the last few years, I've loved me so much. I'm afraid to just even give it to somebody. But however, afraid to.
Right.
But I know that someone is going to appreciate that. I just have to take the chance, and I have to pay attention to
Right.
now attention to you. So I have to see how you're moving. What's your because I'm not going into anything with a motive. I'm going into a relationship to actually build
Right.
and about building, and I see you building what you're building for yourself, and then I'm building what I'm building, and then we fuse things together even the better. Because one thing I'm very you can trust me with everything because I'm not gonna I don't need nothing from nobody. um Once again, I'm not perfect. I may have done little, but if you ask me if I did it, I'll tell you yes, I did it. I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you and say no, I did it. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not intentional. So I'm never malicious with anything I do. And if you know me or took the time to know me, you'll go, God, you're such a sweetheart. You've got the chance to speak to me. You go, God, is he always so nice? Is he always so friendly? Yeah. That's just been me forever. I
Yeah.
had to kind of not be as open as I was before because people take advantage of people like you and I. They see that and they see the joy. They see someone said I have a glow. It's a glow. I'm like, what is the glow? It was like, no, narcissists. It's
They
like
sniff that. Yeah. They seeking
and it's
out folks
and
like
they're like,
us.
and
Yeah.
it's ooh, I have a whole apartment that I've been in by myself for 14 years that I had no one help me to get. Because when I turned 30, I didn't want that. I did the roommate thing. I did. I did the relationship thing. I did. Um, Even in that, I was the one that took care of the responsibilities of everything, which was never fair to me because it should be a balance in life. You
Right.
know, I'm not rich here, and if I was rich, you still should be able to pull your weight somewhere,
Right.
and at least have a discussion with me so we can make things work together. you
Right.
know, and people don't understand that. So here it is, I'm working, busting my behind, and I gotta come home slaving, and you're not doing anything, and you're always taking out of my pocket. How fair is that to me? You know, I'm not taking out of your pocket. I don't even require anything, but you should want to bring something for the fact that I'm so open to sharing my life with you. That means I can do things with you, but you have people in the world that don't know what that is at all.
Yep.
Or they know how to be takers, whether it's taken emotionally, whether it's taken financially, whether it's sucking the life out of you. That's when I said, when they said narcissists are like vampires. And I'm a vampire movie lover. So
You like vampire movies?
I love
Really?
vampires. Yes, I have watched Brimstone, Interview with the Vampire,
What?
on New Moon with the wolves and the vampires. I just fascinated by sci-fi. I'm just a sci-fi junkie.
Sci-fi. Okay.
Anything, anything with superpowers and swords or flying or X-ray vision. That's just been my thing. I'm an adult with a kid at heart, but I have a balance
Right.
when it comes to being an adult. That I am all day.
Yeah.
Adult, yeah, because being an adult, like I had a conversation with someone, and I said, in life, if you don't know how to be accountable and everything towards everyone, whether it be friend or family, especially when you're getting to know someone and you're engaging with them. If you hurt them, say sorry. If you don't want to be with them, it's easy to say, I care for you. I think you're an amazing person, but I'm just not where you are in that aspect. It's okay. And if the person is an adult, if you're dealing with an adult, they will respect that. You
Right.
know, they'll go, okay, no problem. But then they go, oh, you just, I just can't. I just every time I look at you, I just couldn't. What do you mean? What do you mean? When you looked at me, you should have saw a human being.
Right. Right.
That means you saw a person that had a heart of gold that would not do you any type of way. That's what you should have saw. And you should have saw that respectfully enough to just say, hey, you know what? You're a great person, but I'm a piece of shit. Just say that.
Yeah.
Excuse
Pretty much. Pretty
me.
much.
I'm a piece of shit, and I don't think that we should engage, or like someone would say, if you intimacy is just what you want from an individual, say that, because you got people in the world that just want that and will
Yeah.
give you that, satisfy your needs, and you go about your business. But once you start coming over, you're spending the night, you're having dinners, you're having movie nights. Once you start doing all of that with an individual, and then you just cut that short and give
Mm-mm.
no explanation as to why, that is horrible to anyone. Anyone. I am so I remember years ago I dated someone, and we saw each other like years later, and I was young. I was just out of my 20s. So I'm still learning about life and responsibility. But now I'm in my 30s, and I said, whatever I did to you, I apologize. I said I was young. I wasn't mature at that time. I was still finding my way then. But I don't know what I may have done to you. And then we didn't have contact, so I couldn't communicate with you to contact you to say sorry. But now I'm at such a space in my life that I realize that I might have affected you at some point, which was respectful because we didn't have contact. I didn't have no way. And then I had to learn that. And they got angry.
Really?
And the first thing they said,
Mm.
when I was coming to see you to your house, I said, but you were coming to see me. Were we going out on any dates? I had to ask that question.
Yeah.
Were you coming to my house, or were we going out on dates? Because now if we're going on dates and stuff like that, then it's different. But you were just coming to my house. You weren't going to movies. We weren't going to dinners. You were just coming sleeping over. That's just physical but there's more to physical. There's dating, there's travel. Then it's okay, so let's get this money because we got to build something together, but then you got to be careful with that too, because narcissistic people, once they got you hooked in that aspect and they drain you of every dime you got, because I've seen, aside from watching a lot of your videos, I saw other stories afterwards. During my whole account, I was broke afterwards. I had nothing to show for it. And they looked at the person and went to the next individual. It's like, what? They are the most cunning con artists in the world. And and some days I go, this is it's a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's like a real life movie that people have a hard time escape. For those who out there that get an opportunity to actually watch this video, please, 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 if you need to go get some help from somebody, even call Joy. She was grateful to my life. I could tell you that much. She was a very good listener, and she gave me the tools I needed. So, and then if you got to seek therapy outside of, because sometimes you need more time. You
Right.
do. And Joyce, she's a working woman, so she try to make time where she can fit time, but she will make the time for you. She will. She has a great heart. She has a
Oh,
great spirit. No, it's honest. I'm just honest. I'm an empath, so
yeah.
I'm a good reader at energy. And from the day I met her, it was this instant connection. It was like, oh wow, and then you're all the way over that side of the world. And I'm on this side.
Yeah. I think
And
when you hit me up, I was in Jamaica at the time, but I ended up coming back to the States.
oh
So yeah.
wow, wow. Oh yes, and those West Indian people, not
Yes. Yeah. That's a whole nother video.
some of them are, some of them can be quite narcissistic. Not
Yeah.
all,
Not
but
all,
some,
not all. Yeah.
not all, because you have some that are beautiful people, but that's for every nationality.
Yeah, that's true.
Being that she said she was in Jamaica, I'm gonna say it. What?
No, well,
What?
I'm not Jamaican. I'm an American. I'm a Black
I'm just
American. But I'm
joking.
just
I'm you gotta have some humor. Life is about
yeah, yeah,
life
yeah,
and love and giving and sharing. And I just wish people more out in the world would know that when you're doing it, be genuine about it. Don't have a motive behind it. Do it with genuine intentions, so that way you're never hurting anyone. And because you know when you're hurting someone. You
yeah.
know hurt someone. And when you give someone the silent treatment, that's the worst thing. I had
That's yeah.
the first narcissist held some items of mine, didn't want to give it back, and I had to literally show up at the doorstep, knock on the door, and get my belongings.
Mm.
Then they called me the next day to curse me out for getting my belongings, and I said, "Okay, got you." The second one said, they would say, "I'll be all right." It was never, "We'll be all right." I'll
Wow.
be all right. I'll be all right. And I'm like, what do you mean I'll be all right? So I came home and my keys was left on my table and they were gone after I had left for work. The third one said, I'm processing this. I'm trying to process what I'm just trying to process this. What are you trying to process? You tell me the day before, you break plans with me the day before a holiday. That's I could spend that with my family, but I chose to spend it with someone I thought had a heart. I
Right.
thought it had good intentions or good motives towards me. So you tell me before the holiday and act like it was nothing, and then go about your day with no apology, no nothing, and ghost me. And it's been 2.5 years now. Ask me what's going on with that individual. I have no clue. Ask me what's going on with any of them, to be honest, I have no clue, because my life had to go on. I had to realize that I am better than that.
Yeah.
I am meant to be treated better than that. You know, I'm meant to be treated with the same level of respect that I've given you from the day you walked in my door. You know, you walk in my door, you're gonna get respect. You walk in my door, you're gonna be treated with the level of respect. You any then the second one, I would say, where are your friends at? I'm always around. That's what made me stop kind of bringing people or new people around friends, because the second one was like, every time we do something is with my friends. When
Mm.
are you gonna do something with your friends?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, where's the balance here? Because I got friends I can call, and unfortunately, a lot of my friends are moving out of New York, out
Yeah.
of New York. Yeah, so that's what's making me go, I'm coming, y'all, I'm coming.
Right. Come with me.
Yeah, I'm
But
coming.
Deshaun, I did want to ask you though, what type of impact, and you've been talking like really, really great stuff and leaving a lot of gems for everybody, but what type of impact would you say this has had on your life, and how would you say that this has changed you for the better, the experiences dealing with narcissists?
It made me more aware. It made me more aware. It made me a strong. It made me more mentally strong. Um, it made me know that aside from it happening to me, that I know I have to help someone else that's dealing with it, and be a little bit knowledgeable of it, and be able to point them into the direction of people that actually study this on a normal basis, because I don't study it on a normal basis, but I do take note, I do listen to other people. That was just not my, if it was God's purpose for me to do it, He'll make that happen.
Right.
But He did give me, made it happen to me because He knew that I would be understanding to someone else that is dealing with it. So the impact that it's had on my life is it's made me work harder. It made me start this.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. So how has life been post snark? Like, what are you doing in your life right now? Tell us about your business.
My life right now. Right now, I am just basically working on getting other products to my Peace of Mind Essentials done. Um, Funding, trying to get people that will fund my fund my company as well. Hopefully get it. Well, not hopefully, because if it's God's divine, it will be in
It will
stores.
get funded. Yeah.
It will be in stores. So I have to put that out in the universe. It will
Right.
be in stores. Also working on seeing if I can retire anytime soon.
Right. 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 Definitely.
Years. I need to start looking into my retirement package and looking towards my next career moves and my next actual move. So God's willing, it will be out of New York City soon enough. I
Okay.
am a New Yorker, born and raised, Brooklyn boy, that is ready to have some quiet Southern living. And because the property you get here it's not, honestly, it's not worth it. You
Mm,
get more acres of land once you go south.
wow.
Everything you get more.
Yeah.
Here, every house is attached to a house. And
Mm,
then if you get a house that's not attached to a house, you don't have much land around it.
mm.
You know, you get these small hovels, these small apartments, and you're paying $500,000 for what? I might as well go buy 3 houses out of state and then buy one here to make the big money, and then
Right.
I'll be rich then, because I'm getting both money from New York, but it's not worth it. I'm working on just becoming more knowledgeable of becoming an investor into company stuff and learning how to inventory, QuickBook, all the things I need to know about financing and keeping my company afloat, because the money comes in opening up business accounts, and then God's divine time, get real estate license, because I realize in this world you do need multiple streams of income,
Yeah. Of
especially doing things by yourself. If you don't have that extra part, and even if you have a partner, it's still good to have multiple streams of income,
course.
because most streams of income will allow you to get out in the world. Life is meant to, like I said, life is meant to be lived. You guys, it's meant to be lived, not sitting in a corner worrying about someone that just didn't mean you well. Yes, we love hard. Some of us do love hard. I get it. Oh, trust me, I get it because I'm one of those people that love hard. I just love people in general, whether it's because I've had people that I wasn't in a relationship with that were narcissistic to me,
Mm,
family members that were narcissistic to me. I can't say it was just been relationships because I had to remember in my memory brain, hmm, okay, that was kind of, and then I started thinking of those patterns and I was like, and then people just haven't changed. So you have to love them from a distance.
right.
You can be cordial because at the end of the day, the three individuals that I've dated, I'm not mad at none of them. Honestly. Why? Why am I gonna hurt that energy for me? My energy was meant for greater.
Yes.
My energy was meant to give to the world of people that need that energy and need that love and nurture because you just don't know whose day you may have made. My thing is that I've apologized to each individual, and none of them can say I didn't because I did. I've apologized. I've made amends. I didn't get the same return, and I'm actually okay with it because in life sometimes you have to accept the apology that you will never get.
Mm, that is so true. I love that a lot.
Yeah, you have,
I've heard that. I've heard that often, but that's really
and
true.
we crave it as human beings, but you have to accept the apology
You'll
that
never
you
get.
and
Yeah.
and be okay with it. They have to live with themselves because karma has a way of circling back around.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
The world is karma. There's a world of karma. I faced some of my karma, didn't even know I was, but then God helped me to lift up and go, make right, make right, make right, make
You're
right, make right,
right.
right, make right, and right now I can't say as one individual that should be mad at me because I've made right with you. I've said sorry, even to supervisors that were narcissistic. I apologize the way I approached the situation. I just got a little heated at the moment. But once again, he who angers you controls you. Remember that, guys. He who angers you controls you. Do not allow anyone to make you angry. Don't allow anyone to make you bitter. Live the joy that's inside of you, because sometimes you have to walk alone to walk with someone that's meant to walk with you so you can see your purpose. That's one. The universe has a way of redirecting you to your purpose, and your purpose might be greater. And because I had someone that said, oh, I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life, I said, why would you put that out in the universe? You That's something. If you choose to be alone for the rest of your life? Oh no, because why do you feel that? Maybe you just need to continue to be you, and not be so guarded,
Right.
or get the help you need to get over the abuse that was dealt to you. Because if you don't, yeah, of course you're gonna be by yourself. Because nobody wants to be juggling with you. They want to get to know you, but it's hard once you deal with a narcissist, and on a repeated occasions, it's hard to deal with someone. It is. I ain't gonna say it no, just it's really hard because you don't trust nobody.
Exactly.
Because everyone you think is that individual, and everyone is not that individual. You can't
Right.
be. Everyone, you gotta say, okay, let me see the good traits. Everyone has imperfections, but take your time.
Yeah.
Don't fall in love in 2 nights and 2 months. Take your time. It takes
Take your time.
married couples that have been together for years will tell you, because I actually listen to married couples because I want to be married one day. So
Yeah.
the one longevity, I go, let me watch what they're saying, how they got to where they are. They've had trials, they've had tribulations, they got through them, they talked about them, they got through the journey, and they're still standing.
Wow.
They're
That's
still,
beautiful.
but
Yeah, and I was just gonna ask, I know we're gonna kind of wrap this up, and I'm sure the listeners could definitely take some of this knowledge and soak it in and use it and implement it in their lives. So we really appreciate you for coming on here, Deshaun.
of
So,
course.
is there anything else that you want to leave with the listeners? Any last minute advice, any last minute knowledge that's dealing with narcissists, like that you can leave with us so that way they know what to do or how to move on or just how to deal with it and how to cope with it? What advice would you give the listeners?
The biggest one, what they say, delete, delete, delete. That's
Delete.
first.
I love that.
Delete, delete. The threads, the messages, the photos, delete all. Especially if you're not strong enough to handle it. If you're not strong enough to handle it, delete it all. Then the next phase would be to find someone that is knowledgeable of narcissists, because not every therapist is. Find someone that can help you, talk to you, give you some tools, and then find a group setting and do some self-reflecting, whether it be meditating, finding, and also, like I said earlier, find your purpose. Find your purpose. Your purpose is in the world is not to it's to fuse with someone, but your purpose, what's your purpose, your inner purpose within you. Find you. That's my biggest advice. Find who you are. Find what you love about you, and until you get to that point where you love everything, every nook and cranny about yourself, because we all have imperfections. Find the deeper you. And I encourage you guys to keep fighting the good fight. Stay encouraged. um, Cry as much as you need to cry. Find a good friend that you can talk to that will be a listening ear, because not everyone is a good friend. Some people want to see you in pain.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
You know,
That's the
find
truth right
find
there.
a true friend. Find a true friend that's
True
going to be
friend. Yes.
there. Not someone that's going to be judgmental, not someone that's going to be opinionated, someone that's just going to listen and not give it. Because I've had someone that would give their feedback and it made me cringe every time, because they would say nasty stuff. And I'm like, that's not my thoughts. You might feel that way. And oh, they F that person. They're just a effed up individual. F them. They don't effing care. Stop saying that. Sometimes people just don't know how to care. That's the reality. And this is coming from someone that was actually a therapist, that went to school for psychology and therapists. You know, they should automatically know that some people just don't know how to care. It ain't that they don't care, they don't know how to. They have not been taught from back before I even knew who they was, or you knew who they were. Before they were even born, but when they was little coming up, they weren't taught properly how to properly love. And I was taught that. Thank you, Mom.
God bless Deshaun's mom.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Miss Joy, to hear my story.
Yes.
Um, I've been wanting to do this with her for a while, and I knew that my purpose is also to help people, in any way I can help them. And I hope that I help somebody. Feel free, like she said, she'll leave my information, whether it's my
Yes.
Instagram, book, whatever. If you would just need a listening ear for me, some like me to talk to, if I'm available, I'll even listen. Like, I just want people to heal, especially during this time of pandemic. We have a crisis going on. I just want people to heal and love. Heal, heal, heal. Get through the trauma. Just heal. Heal your heart, heal your soul. Don't let nothing make you bitter or broken. And stay encouraged, you guys. All right?
Yes.
Love.
And then last minute, where can the listeners find you? Website, Instagram again?
Website
One more-
www dot peace, like the peace sign of mind, essentials with a S .net. And then my IG is peaceofmind dot ess. Do a peace of mind dot ess dot llc on
Okay.
on I. And don't worry about my Facebook. That's below no, I'm just joking.
Uh, it's up to you, whatever you prefer.
It's Deshaun Prince. It's Deshaun Prince. Deshaun, not the Deshaun from the hood. The Deshaun, okay? With Prince, PRNs, the Prince with the crown. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That
Yes.
part. Thank you guys for listening, and hope you
Yes.
guys get to support and get into the brand. I'm telling you guys, I
Yes.
promise
You
you love
guys
it.
gotta get. I love this. It's like I said, if you are interested, hit up Deshaun. It's breath of fresh air. That's what I ordered, but he gave me the extra legend, and I love both of them. So I recommend getting both of them if you can.
We
So
got that
hit him
strawberry.
up, and he'll respond, and he'll get you your order. So
Yes, please. Thank
yes,
you, Joy. And I look forward
Yes.
to talking to you again. Anytime you need me to do an interview and just kind of open people up, I'm here.
Yes.
I'll
Okay.
make I'll find the time, I'll make the time, especially for the world,
Yeah.
because it takes a unit to help the world. It
Yeah.
doesn't have just one individual. And I'm
Definitely.
among people that if I can find a platform and help a friend, that's someone that's become a friend now.
Woo.
Um, be welcome to help her to reach the masses in any way I can. And I just, because I wish her nothing but success
Thank
and
you. You too.
prosperity. Thank you. Yeah, of course, of course, of course. And I wish you guys health.
Yes.
And don't
So,
forget,
yeah.
delete, delete.
Delete. Yes. Everybody delete the narcissists. Delete them, block them, remove them. So
Yeah.
that's today's video. Like I said, it was a pleasure. Deshaun, we loved having you on. Definitely would
Thank
love to
you.
have you again. We could talk about, more of narcissists and your
Of
experience.
course,
Yes.
because
So,
I'm
all
more and more,
right.
and the more I learn,
Yes.
the more I can help. So for sure, I will be there for you guys, and of course, be there for Joy whenever she needs me, and we both find a time with our busy schedules.
I know.
All
All
right.
right, and yeah, you guys, let us know what was your biggest takeaway. We'd love to hear your feedback on the interview, what you like, what you enjoyed, and what you plan on implementing. But other than that, we're signing out. Stick around, Deshaun. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit more. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe, you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yes.
All right.